Hello again, folks, and welcome back to Let's Play Pillars of Eternity. I'm your Game Master Darius. Last we left off, we had arrived in Hearthsong. Kind of blitzed through Old Song and went up to the North Weald. Why are we up in the North Weald? Well, we have a bounty to be hunted.
It's glowing.
Oh yeah, this is where what's his face was also seen. Ah, yes. Restore my... Yes. Young boar, regular boars, how boorish. And a wolf. I was gonna say, I don't think that wolves are gonna be a problem for us right now. Were they a problem for us in the past? I don't recall. Oh. Wind blights.
It's not working.
It's working fine. Need to hit him harder.
My minefield sharp as steel.
Thank you. Oh, another wind blight. Oh, that was fast. Another quick save. How big is this place? Okay, I guess it's not as big as I was initially believing it to be. And Elder Spotted Stelgar. Big kitties. Big kitties that got chunked. I gotta poke over here first, I suppose. For loot. I can't imagine that Heravius is all too happy with us going about as we really freaking nilly are. Let's go back down here, because this is where Sagani was all like the runes or something. Or the statue. Walkie walkie walk. Might as well check up this little river first. Forest lurker. You're not in a forest. Silly forest lurker. I swear, Heravius, you are
doing the job.
Always going to end up nearly dying.
That looks like it hurt.
Ring blights. Be dead. Let Heravius get a little bit of that stoof back. Stuff endurance. Swamp lurker. See, that's a little bit more likely to be around here.
That looks like it hurt.
Dead. Oh, hi, dead person.
Those wounds. They look like they came from a Stelgar's claws.
Beneath the raging waterfall, the corpse of an elven Glanfathan hunter lies shattered against the stones. Broken bones protrude from its skin, but you also notice deep parallel cuts in the rotting flesh. The slashes trace almost every part of the body as if it had been ravaged by a dozen blades. This man probably died before his fall from the cliffs above. You touch the dead elf's forehead, droplets of water glistening down its purple surface, and feel a sudden jolt of the hunter's lingering essence. The world around you fades away. You're walking among the underbrush without making a sound. Moonlight catches sight of your arms, shining them pale, but you quickly dart again into the shadows of the giant trees of the North Weald. Your blood brother is not so deft as you expected. Look at him, frail, unaware. He doesn't deserve to share the glory of this hunt. It's been countless seasons since the Sailgar like this one, twice the size of its lesser kin, has roamed the forests near Twin Elms. Atharin fell for the trick. You almost feel pity for him, but you convince yourself that he'd only get in the way once the killing begins. You'll be safer by the river, expecting that we'll flank the Stelgar when it comes out to drink. This kill will only be yours. The Stelgar is larger than you imagined. It stands without fear atop the waterfall's ridge, its silhouette cutting a monstrous hole against the mantle of the night sky. A beast of legend, a true hunter. Your hand tightens around the shaft of your father's spear. The weight feels balanced just right as you prepare the throw. Put everything into it. The spear flies true and hits its mark. Stilgar didn't even hear a sound. His blood spills bright on the rocks, yet it stands unfazed. The beast pounces. Moonlight shines over its great fangs. Your hand draws your blades without a second thought. As you lunge toward to meet this monster, it's fast. It's ripping your flesh apart. You stab at the darkness, engulfing you deep again and again, but there is no slowing its embrace. Yep, definitely death by Stelgar. If, you know, what Sagani had said wasn't already taken. Boars. I think I've stated that there were boars every single time that I passed by the boars. I'm quick saving a lot because I don't know when Sagani's thing is going to activate. Young bear. Less young bear. Like, I know we're in the wilds and whatnot, so we're bound to just meet with a buttload of animals at this point. Ah, Adragon. And of course. Oh, lordy.
It's not working!
I feel like that was more than 8 seconds.
Looks like it hurt. I'll teach you a lesson.
Perish. That'd be funny. Well, I'd find it funny anyways. Is if coming up this way, we could have had a relatively peaceful transaction between some of these creatures. But because I was all very gung-ho about getting my ass through some of this part. You come upon a clearing and see a group of Glenfathans standing in a circle. Sagani glances from the Adra statue to the hunters looking for a connection. Meanwhile, the hunters turn and notice you. Their bows are drawn. Hold up. I had to make sure, shit. Come across the clearing and see a group of Glenfathans standing in the circle. Sagani glances at the statue, the hunters looking for a connection. Meanwhile, the hunters turn and notice you. Their bows are drawn. Take it easy. We're just looking for someone.
What business does an Estremor have with the fangs?
They step aside and turn to you, and as they do, you see something on the ground behind them. Lying in the midst of the ferns is a white stag. Dark blood mars its brilliant coat, and its side trembles with quick, shallow breaths. You feel a presence in the beast, something ancient and familiar, before you can speak. Something thumps to the ground. You look down and see the Adra bear, its bright glow flickering.
Arc's shadow.
Sagani draws up beside you, her wide eyes fixed on the dying stag. Her mind full of pain, to a journey so long and found this. One of the hunters takes a step forward and Sagani raises her bow and an arrow knocked.
Any closer and you'll bleed out next to him.
Her voice is low and tremulous.
I never thought I'd prepared myself to meet a stranger. To share the honor and history of my village with someone who had no knowledge of us. Even someone who'd scorn our way of life.
I'm trying to look at which one is supposed to be the result that I want. One moment. Okay, I think I found which one. If we're going to do this, you've got to hurry.
I was going to tell him about the years of abundance in Persoq. How his granddaughters have hunted caribou, and his grandsons made our walls strong. But he'll be gone in minutes.
I think this is the part that's supposed to be important. Tell him about his family. She kneels by the fallen stag, placing her hand on his head. She begins speaking. She tells Persoq of the family his own children have raised, of his sons and daughters who have become respected elders in their own right. She describes the hunts his granddaughters have led, the homes his grandsons have built, and the dozen great-grandchildren between the lot of them. The stag takes a final shuddering breath and falls still.
If you've finished your chanting, we need to get to work before the meat spoils.
Did your elders teach you even a mouse dropping's worth of decency? There will be other kills to dress and eat, but there will only be this one chance for Sagani to say her due respects.
Have you no respect? A great soul inhabited this body.
And it's gone now. What's left is our kill.
Tempting.
Coming from people who revere stones and long-dead Audra.
It's not just worshipping stones, you fool. It's about respect for what was built by those who came before you. Persoq means to you what those long-dead Audra mean to us.
She slanders the builders.
Yep, might as well use that resolve. You'll leave us alone if you know what's good for you.
You Estremoran are full of useless talk.
See, I was kind of hoping for not the violence, but oh well, the violence it is.
Stuck over here.
Ah, you too are druid. Very short-lived druid. That could have been worse. I'm just waiting for everything to calm down. Is that her quest done? Siege. Alright, Suppose I gotta do that at some point. The long hunt. Yep. We have finally found Persoq. It was a stag and had been wounded by hunters. Nevertheless, Sagani told him about his family. I think the ordeal reminded her of how she misses her husband and children. So there are a lot of factors in that one. I think most of them were going to end up in just violence. Let's be honest here. I can't help but feel like, I don't know, some of these companion quests just feel so unsatisfactory. I know that they're mostly going to be affected by, or rather are affecting the final stuff that happens in the game. Endings, essentially. Oh, that's a big-ass Stelgar. Is this one of those things that I'm gonna do for Aravius? Over the ground, hardened by dry blood and stomped leaves, the corpse of a giant Stelgar crawls with flies. Its flesh has been pierced and cut as if stabbed by spears and slashed by swords. You touch the dead Stelgar's flank. A cloud of flies stares into the air, and suddenly you feel the creature's remaining essence. The world around fades. The pack rests. Rocks shelter the young, full bellies. You turn away and look beyond the trees. The moon streak breaks over their swaying canopy. A scent in the air stirs a tingling in your mouth. You slide into the shadows, the taste of hunt filling your nostrils. Light shines on the stones by the water that falls. Prey down below, two-legged, hair-like dry grass. It looks near the water that flows. Thin legs, slow, noisy, unaware. It holds a sharp stick. Two-legged hunter, weak hunter, prey. Closer prey. A bright moon, prey, into the dark. Pain on your side. A sharp stick pokes out of your flank. You roar and shake it. It snaps, breaking on the stones. Wet stones, your blood. Leaves rustle. You look. Another two-legged, another hunter. Thick legs, silent steps, striped face. Strong hunter, enemy. You leap, aiming at its neck. It moves fast. Your claws find flesh, ripping it deep, ripping it down. Wet leaves, two-legged blood. It howls. It fights back. Long claws cut through the air. They slash at your flesh. More pain, sharp pain. You strike. It strikes. Hot blood on your claws. Hot cuts on your chest. The world goes red. Your strength fails. You can't breathe. The two-legged hunter looks down. Wet ground, our blood. Sharp stick above its head. Bright moon above its head. Strong hunter. The world goes dark.
Sure.
So they both dead. Now there's probably a quest being all like, hey, see to both of the see to the Elven Hunter and the Stelgar. Not one I'm gonna indulge in right now. I don't know. I'm more in the line of I wish to finish the game, but if there's quests along the way that I can finish, to hell with it, I'll finish them. Boy. You know, as threatening as the lurker might end up being, the Squagra is probably more of a threat. Probably butchering that pronunciation as usual.
That's how it's done.
Boom. Another log. Cave Coral. Eruptor Druid.
Love, beyond,
Hey, Devwin. Yeah, let's kill her first. Well, oh no, she was made friendly. Now she's made dead. Boom. Exceptional Club, Glenfathin Stalking Boots. 10 damage to flanked targets. Or sorry, 10% more damage to flanked targets. Character info. What am I doing? I am looking for those boots because I'm pretty sure those would be fantastic. On a certain you. Spell holding consecrated ground when hit by a critical hit. Yeah, let's do that damage more than we get that healing. Speaking of healing though.
Have a moment to talk.
Ah, there you are, Sagani. Hold up though. No. Dunrid Scion has arrived, seeking employment. He has nearly... Okay.
A deer in the middle of Air Glonfoth. To think I spent so long searching for that poor beast. Whatever Persoq becomes next, I doubt he'll remember any of this. And yet those 5 minutes with him were more than I've spent with my family in 5 years.
Don't discount the value of what you did.
I'm sure Masuk will talk about my Tarnak Ilitsak for years to come. And by the time I've had my fill of blubber and fermented milk, I'll tire of telling the story. But that's what it'll be to the rest of Masuk. A story. And I'll just be a figure in it. It's Kalu, Yakona, Najuo, and Malak who know me as more. What about you, Watcher? Do you know why you're searching for Theos?
I need to fix the evils he's perpetrated on the Deerwood.
That would bring hope to many people, Watcher. I hope you're able to accomplish it. Anyway, Theos isn't getting any closer. I suppose we'd best keep after him.
Honestly? Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, a little annoyed that the grieving mother is still not popping the last of her quest, but I think that might have something to do with the order of things I did. Like, I didn't talk to her enough in the second act. Enough. So now she's just kind of... I think her quest is done, for lack of a better word. Like, we can't move on any further in her quest. Which is butts. Do we not have the ability to go continue northward? No? Did I check out the rest of this shrine? Oh, there was stuff over here, that's right. Not stuff, but there were stairs. Meow. Stairs? Stairs. A winding stair hugs the cliffside, providing an impressive view as you work your way higher and higher. Not too far along the path, however, you find your progress interrupted. A large boulder appears to have fallen into the road from somewhere up above, and now sits quietly in your path. Hammer and chisel? Chiseling away at the boulder proves slow and wearying endeavor, especially when several actions of the boulder prove too hard to carve through sections of the boulder, forcing you to aim elsewhere. For a long while, your effort pays off, and a section of the boulder splits away. You hear the echoing clatter of the rocks tumbling down the side of the cliff. The sound seems to stir something overhead. A shadow crosses the path, quick as lightning, and vanishes before you can catch a glimpse of what has cast it. But you do see the rapidly growing silhouettes of several more rocks, flung down at you from above. Scrambling to action, the party ducks under the small, rocky protrusion along the cliff's face. But Liliana stumbles and is left just short of the shelter. A sudden hailstorm of fist-sized rocks and scattered debris rains down upon them. Battered and bruised, Liliana leaps the final distance to safety. After a short while, the tumbling rumble of falling stones fades away. Your ordeal past, continue your climb, and the rest of the journey proceeds without incident. At last, you find yourself at the base of a final twisting set of steps, along which you can see the towering pillars of Helia's nest. Loading. Hello. Temple of Hylia. And no, that's not related to The Legend of Zelda. What'd that do to you? Oh geez. Concussion and bruised ribs. Yeah, I know. I guess being set upon by a buttload of rocks would do that to a person. The bones are brittle and blackened. Oh, hi!
And now the fun begins.
That's a big darkin. As you reach the summit of the mountain, a gust of wind stirs the air. You hear the noise like the snapping of sails, and the sky is brightly blotted out. A dragon lands before you, shaking the ground beneath your feet. It draws upon itself up to its full height and spreads its wings, barring your passage. Its neck, its back, and the ridge of its spines are covered with magnificent plumage. It hisses at you, and while the sound is unlike any language you've ever heard, the beast's meaning is utterly clear.
Vermin invading my nest, threatening my hatchling. You shall feed my young.
A small worm crouches in the corner of the temple behind the dragon. Be careful, Watcher. Her mind is on edge, not with hunger, but with fear. There's little more dangerous than a mother defending her offspring. See, the player side of me is all for the idea of another dragon hunt. The character side of me just wants to let the dragons be, because we got surprisingly bigger fish to fry. You have young here?
I will protect my last hatchling to the death, and that death will be yours, rodent.
Hylia is the goddess of motherhood, actually.
And of the sky and all winged creatures. Even my kind know of her.
Is that why you came here?
I came to care for my remaining hatchling. My kind requires territory. Few places are safe for our young. This is a lesson that cost me the rest of my brood.
Then you should stay? Raising your offspring here would honor Hylia.
So be it. Go then, and with my thanks.
Truly, you are full of surprises and rare insights. As a big darkened. I probably should not poke the dragon's nest. Alright. It's attempting to make the canon results all about hunting the dragon, but honestly, this dragon just wants to be left in peace and raise their young. That's all she wants. That's all she wants. I should not poke the dragon. Wait, is that all that was up here? I feel like I just resolved a quest before I even got the quest. Alright. That was the Temple of Hylia, I guess. Gonna call an episode here when we return. I guess we're going back down to... what was it called? Elm's Reach. And, see what's going on down there. Thank you everyone so very much for watching. I hope you're all enjoying this series as much as I'm enjoying playing it. And as always, I hope to see you all in the next video. Take care. Cheers.